What is going on, people? So today I want to speak to you about the Real Madrid squad for the upcoming season. So there's a famous saying in football that says José Mourinho is not Mr. Right, he's Mr. Right now. And this squad is here and now, ready and primed to take over European football again. I'm going to get straight into it. So you might not be able to see everything here, but just worry more about the positions as opposed to the actual names, because I'll talk through the names anyway, right? And stats show that most people listen to these videos rather than watch them anyways, right? I know I certainly have my headphones in while carrying about my day, listening to the football content I consume. Right, so Thibaut Courtois, what's really to say? Best goalkeeper in the world, most experienced. If he's fit, he starts, locker room leader, and he has had some injuries to contest with of late, namely in the World Cup, and then he had a longer layoff with his knee, but he'll be fit, he'll play. Dumfries, bombing down this wing, very experienced, picked up on a free. And now we really can see that Mourinho will want players who can go forward, but will sit behind the ball when it matters. And Dumfries has shown for Holland he's more than capable of that. Rudiger and Konate, I think, is probably the best pairing in a centre-back partnership in terms of experience and aggression, probably in the world, right? Definitely in Liga, probably in the world as well. And Konate played most of his career, if not all of his career, right, at least at Liverpool, with the best in the game, Virgil van Dijk. Now he's going to do it against Rudiger, who's just as aggressive and has a completely different personality, so he'll bring that kind of chalk and cheese, that calmness to the storm, right, alongside Rudiger. Now Cucurella, it's just so evident that the board have backed Mourinho to win things now, to not worry too much about the future. We'll sign players over 26. We'll get them in. We'll spend 50 million euros, 60 million euros, get them through the door to give you what you need. Now, he's won Euros, he's won the Champions League, and now he's added the World Cup to that and was integral, wasn't just part of the makeup, right? Was genuinely instrumental in that squad. And he's very good at the dark arts, Cucurella, as well, right? Which will go a long, long way in La Liga, but even further in the Champions League. Then you've got this whole midfield quartet, and this doesn't even include the likes of Guya, and it doesn't even include the likes of Brahim Diaz, right, who can play on this right-hand side as well, along Bernardo Silva. But if I go into this, and if you look at Tchouaméni and Valverde, they had their bust up. Is it solved? Is it not? They may get in Rodri now that they know he's available. And I was actually reading from reputable sources that had Madrid known that Rodri was available, they would have cashed in on Tchouaméni and sent him to United, but it was more Tchouaméni saying, I don't want to go. So, okay, if you're going to stay, there's the contract, let's protect our asset, but he still may be up for grabs. But Tchouaméni, super experienced, dream signing for United, and has done very, very well at Madrid. Valverde, Mr. Real Madrid, if you ask me at this point, box to box, maverick, gives his heart and soul, probably mouthed off too much to Tchouaméni and got a punch for his efforts. But the point is that, you know, if one of them is going to survive in the squad, you know it's going to be Valverde, right? Jude Bellingham, genuinely world-class, showed that in the World Cup, showed that in every time he hits the celebration that, you know, he is good for his position, absolutely. And Vinny Jr. was flirting with Arsenal for a little bit, the same way Sergio Ramos would do every 3 or 4 years with United back in the day, just to get that bigger contract. But he'll be happy now. He'll probably be paid what he's worth. And that leads me on to Mbappe, right? Mbappe is showing in his late 20s that he can be the man. He was being the man for France up until the Spain game, when he did get pocketed, but no one turned up that game, right? But under the likes of Mourinho telling him when to pass, when to go forward, when to stay back, what to do, and he'll be given somewhat of a free role along with Vinny, you would imagine, right? Not kind of a 9 and a 10 in and behind, the 10 being Vinny. You can see that genuinely this team is really primed to do some bits now and has the experience to right now win La Liga and the Champions League again. And Bernardo Silva, obviously I spoke about the other players that can play in that position, but stacks of experience. Can you imagine Rodri coming through as well? Now that is going to be some serious locker room leadership, right? And genuine heart, right? The guy's a small guy, but he shows heart, especially when he sized up to Ruben Diaz and Rodri when he's playing against them. So, you know, we'll see that a lot. We'll see that a lot as things progress, right? He's seen as a joker, but he does stand up, right? We've seen the videos of people twice his size, even when he's having a laugh with them, step up to them, and then the World Cup, stepping up to his former captain as well. So I think we're going to see a real change in the football landscape now.